All right, let's turn now to this explosive leaked audio. This first was in the Washington Post, where a Mossad agent tells an Iranian general that he has 12 hours to escape with his family before Israel kills him.
گوش کن. من از کشوری زنگ میزنم به توضیح میدم. خب گوش کن. من از کشوری زنگ میزنم که 2 ساعت پیش باقری سلامی شمخانی رو دونه دونه فرستاد جهنم. الان تنها پیشنهادی هم که به تو میکنم، هم میتونم بهت پیشنهاد کنم 12 ساعت وقت داری که پاتو بگیری با زن و بچت فرار کنی.
Now, the call is thought to have been part of an intelligence operation that accompanied the strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, and it would have been presumably designed to further destabilise the Iranian regime. Let's go live to Israel now. Well, I'm joined by the former head of Mossad's hostages and MIA division, also the former Mossad division head, Rami Igar. Rami, welcome to the show. Now, obviously, you wouldn't be able to comment specifically about this case, but what can you tell us about these sorts of operations, generally speaking?
Well, I'll let you know that my telephone number is known in Tehran, and I've been receiving this kind of messages for the last 2 years, more or less. Funny enough, half of these messages are threatening, and half of these messages are people that wish to be recruited and help Israel in its plight. So you find a very diverse Iranian society, and this diverse society is a very good hunting ground for intelligence agencies.
But in terms of when you have an operation like Israel has had in Iran over the past 13 days or so, it has been incredibly successful, but it's not just the military might. Intelligence has been a key part of this. Can you tell us about what would have gone into that and how important that intelligence gathering was, with operatives deep undercover in Tehran for years and years and years before something like this can be successfully pulled off?
It is an endeavor that has taken many years. Many years, Israel, like, by the way, Iran, the same way on the other side, has been recruiting agents, especially for operational usage, not for intelligence. Traditionally, before the internet and before this world is diverse technologically, intelligence agencies recruited people in order to collect information, including to collect intelligence. But this has changed over the years, and now intelligence agencies recruit on the other side people to be operational on the D-Day. And as you've seen here in Iran, Israel has, and I explained why, because there is a huge faction in Iran that is anti-government, and anti-government for many, many reasons. And these people are recruited over the years and set to operate on the right day, as they have done in this operation. But at the end of the day, and if we'll go further into this and into what has happened, with all the military success of Israel and the United States and the intelligence success of Israel, at the end of the day, Iran is still there with 450 kilograms of fissionous material that is suited for several nuclear bombs.
You believe that hasn't been destroyed? Rami, you believe that hasn't been destroyed?
I believe it hasn't been destroyed, and I do not buy not Trump's declarations and not anybody else's. The Iranians are very clever people, and they have known there was a war coming on, and they know how important these 450 kilograms are for their future military capabilities, but also for their negotiating capabilities.
But Rami, wouldn't Israeli intelligence have tracked where it was moved to if it was moved?
Maybe and maybe not. If you ask me, not, because if it was very clear, we would have heard this in the press. But it doesn't matter. We have to assume, and our assumption is very important for the future of the Western world. We have to assume that these 450 kilograms have somehow been disposed in some other locations, as the Iranians are saying. And as long as this is true, and knowing that in the past, Iran has been able to resurrect its centrifuge operation very fast, within months, we should all understand that the end of this endeavor is in some kind of an agreement with Iran. And without an agreement, none of us have gone very far. We have had a very successful war. It has been incredible in many ways. Israel and the United States have been able to do some things that we couldn't imagine before. But at the end of the day, we need an agreement. If we want the Iranians at the end to comply with us and to stop their ambitions for a nuclear bomb, at the end we need an agreement, an agreement which would be better than Obama maybe, but I'm not sure that we are able to get there.
All right, very interesting, Rami. Great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for your time.